Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review, and today we are featuring the Hand Ninja. It's a part of the Marvel Legends series by Hasbro. Alright, so this figure came out back in 2021. As you'll remember, most of these figures were from the Spider-Verse line. We had Miles Morales, Gwen Stacy, Peter Parker, Prowler. We got Frogman, and then the red-handed ninja. And then if you got all the pieces, you're able to build Stiltman. Now, when these figures first came out, I had no interest in any of these figures except for the Red Ninja and Peter B. Parker. I got Peter B. Parker, and the Ninja was one of those figures that always escaped me. I never saw it in the stores. Because, I mean, for number one, it's an army builder. People love ninjas. You know, especially if you're like a Wolverine or Daredevil fan. You know, Wolverine and Daredevil and Elektra, they're always involved with the hand somehow. So it was kind of cool that in the Marvel Legends series that we finally got a Hand Ninja. So, you know, that's one of the reasons why this was a hot figure. And, you know, it's just cool. People just love ninjas all around. Great character artwork on the side. As for the bio, the Hand Ninja, skilled in martial arts and espionage, the ninjas of the hand are a force to be reckoned with. Okay, so you'll notice that I have two of these figures here because, like I said, it's a great army builder. I might get more in the future, but at the very least, I just wanted two right now. And let's get started. I'm really excited to check this figure out. I'm a big fan of ninjas growing up. I think like all kids, you know, we all loved ninjas. If you grew up in the 80s, there were all those ninja movies. Of course, most of them were pretty bad, but, you know, there were a couple of decent ones here and there. Alright, so we're going to be double fisting it since we're doing two figures at once. Alright, here's the Build-A-Figure pieces for Stiltman. It looks like these are figure stands, I believe. And then here's the stilts. I want to say the more Stiltman figures you buy, you can actually make the stilts even longer. So again, another reason or benefit of army building this figure in particular. Right off the bat, this is a great looking figure. I can already envision Hasbro doing a re-release of this mold multiple times. Like right now they're giving us the Hand Ninja in red, which is one of their trademark colors. There's been other costume design changes also. Like in the comic books, the hands are sometimes portrayed in black uniform. So I'm sure in time, you know, Hasbro will give us a black ninja. You know, maybe they'll give us a white ninja, who knows. But for the most part, this looks great. It looks fantastic. You get a pair of sickles up here, an extra pair of hands. The stock hands are two gripping hands, and you get one katana blade. Two blades. Alright, so you get extra hands. Each figure comes with an additional pair of hands. These are the fingers are splayed out, so they're open. Let's get these to focus. So for at least for me, on a personal preference, I'm probably gonna keep the stock gripping hands, just because if I want to dual wield the weapons, especially these sickles, it makes more sense to have the gripping hands like that. It's great that he comes with a sheath for his katana blade, so you can just slide that back here. Is there storage for the sickles? I don't believe so, but that's all right. So, all right, so let's. Great figures. I love ninjas. Ninjas are so friggin' awesome. Okay, so let's get started with this. Right off the bat, great sculpting. It's not overly designed. It's a very simple looking ninja. You know, they don't add any additional bells or whistles. You know, it is what it is. There's no extreme embellishments. You know, he has the bandaged arms, the bandaged boots. His uniform has some nice wrinkles and folds in it. He has the hood, but in addition to the hood, he has the masked face. Now, is this a separate piece? It feels like this might be one solid... It's not one solid piece, but it feels like the hood might be glued in, or at least pegged into the head. Nice harness here. There's the sheath. I was thinking just now, like, especially for making like custom figures. For example, if you're into G.I. Joe Classified series and you want to make a custom quick kick, this harness would be perfect for quick kick. The detail wise, the sculpting looks great on the face. The harness here, you can see the throwing stars sculpted in on the belt. Nice texture on the belt. Really unique shaped buckle. It's nice that his uniform's actually two colors. They have his under bodysuit, which is a darker, almost like a maroon, versus his uniform, which is red. Likewise, the bandages or bracers on his arm are kind of like a maroon or a burnt umber. Nice texture on the belt. The sheath is really cool too. Has like a rib texture towards the top. The sword slides in perfectly. It doesn't really fight it, and actually plugs. It kind of has a really snug fit, so when you push it in, it feels like it's plugging into place. Nice detail on the handles, as you can see there. Has a nice wrapped pattern. Really well done sculpting on the folds of the uniform, as you can see on the legs and on the top. Boots, he has the ninja boots with the split in the middle. Articulation wise, this guy's head rotates. Does it look down? Doesn't look down. Does it? Wait. Yeah, it does look down about that much. Looks up, not a whole lot. Arms rotate. And there's a butterfly joint, as you can see. Mine's a little stiff, but it is there. Arms rotate, bicep cut, double pinned elbows. The pins are exposed, unfortunately. Articulated wrists. It's not necessarily an ab crunch. It's more like, I'm guessing, a ball joint for mid-torso. So it's cut in mid-torso. Rotates. Does crunch forward though. Arches back. I think it tilts a little. There is no waist articulation that I could speak of. This lower part of the uniform is an overlay, and then you see the torso there. Thigh cut, so there's a thigh swivel. He could kick up about this much, but it seems like this gets in the way. There's a slit on the sides, so he could at least kick out. And overall, it's a great figure. I'm really liking it. Now, one of the reasons why I got this figure also is because I'm into G.I. Joe Classified series, and, you know, there's a red ninja in G.I. Joe Classified series. So part of me was kind of thinking, how well does this, you know, blend in with, like, if I had to, like, mix it in with my G.I. Joe Classified ninjas. So let's take those out. So here is the G.I. Joe Classified Series Red Ninja. As you can see, the shade of red, it's slightly a bit different, but at the same time, there are similarities. For one, much like the Marvel Legends Ninja, there's predominantly 2 shades of red for this guy. There's kind of like a darker maroon for the hood and then the bodysuit, but then his overlaying armor is kind of a bright red. So if you look at them, they kind of blend in together, you know, color scheme wise. You know, the colors aren't too far off from one another. Height wise, I'm guessing they might be the same size, or at least I'm hoping they kind of are the same size. The Marvel Legends one feels just a little bit bigger, but not by much. It has a bigger footprint, bigger feet. It's like just slightly larger, but it looks pretty cool. Now, there's another G.I. Joe Red Ninja. This one belongs to the dedicated Snake Eyes Origins line. It's the budget line of figures, and they're slightly smaller than Classified Series. And here's that Red Ninja. The detailing's great on this. The only thing is that the eyes aren't as convincing or as realistic looking. So this is kind of like the watered down version of this guy. Now this guy is smaller than this one, so I'm assuming once you stand this guy next to the Marvel Legend, it's going to look even a lot smaller. Too many things going on here to focus. There you go. Yeah, so it's a slightly smaller build, slightly smaller figure, but at the same time, much like the Classified Series, this one's predominantly 2 shades of red, and they kind of follow within the same color family as this guy, so you know it kind of does blend in pretty well. So if you wanted to, you know, hypothetically speaking, you know, if you're into G.I. Joe Classified Series, and if you want ninjas that look a little bit more traditional, I think the Marvel Legends ninjas would be a great fit for the G.I. Joe Classified Series. You know, if anytime you want Snake Eyes or Storm Shadow or the Rashikage clan to be confronted by, you know, a rival ninja outfit, you know, the Marvel Legend ninjas or the hand ninjas, they look great. And this works for me. I could deal with something like this. You know, if you want to mix these into G.I. Joe Classified Series, go for it. You know, they're a little bit more generic looking, but that's okay. You know, they're a little bit more the traditional side of what a ninja looks like. Whereas this one looks a little bit stylized. But that's not a fault. I think this is a great figure overall. So yeah, you kind of have a lot of choices when it comes to ninjas nowadays. And I'm liking these a lot. I might get more of these. Right, so yeah, this is pretty much the whole purpose of this video. I just wanted to see if these Marvel ninjas would work well with the G.I. Joe ones, and I think they do. You know, overall, I think these ninja figures are great. You know, if you want to mix them into your TMNT line, go ahead. They're a little bit too small for DC, for the McFarlane DC multiverse. But if you have DC figures from previous lines, from Mattel, like the DC Classics, these would work well on that scale also. So yeah, it's a great time to be a ninja fan. Lots and lots of choices, you know, with Snake Eye, Storm Shadow, you know, Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe Classified Series. Awesome toys. So, in honesty, if I had to rate this between scale 1 to 10, these are a perfect 10 in my opinion. There's some issues, I think, in terms of the articulation, especially with some of this getting in the way. But overall, it's an excellent figure, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we get repaint soon. Alright, so let's wrap this video up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you so much for continuing likes, comments, and support. I greatly appreciate it. So, until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. Alright, later.